On today's episode of That Was Us, we're diving into Season 4, Episode 2, The Pool, Part 2. Flashbacks to a day at the pool show Jack and Rebecca struggling to keep their kids close as they grow older. And in the present, Kevin questions his career path while trying to stay sober. Randall and Beth learn to give their girls more independence. And Kate and Toby mask their pain in very different ways.
What up, gang?
Hey.
Hello.
How's everybody doing today?
All I want to do.
Zoom, and a boom, boom.
Just shake the rump.
Come on,
Yep.
dog. As featured in episode
As
402.
featured in this episode. That's all I want to do.
As featured.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Everybody loves
And
a
a
little
boom,
Rex
boom.
in effect, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody does, including Kevin Pearson.
Including Kevin
Yeah.
Pearson. Not
Yeah.
Randall.
Not Randall. Not
Randall
so much.
couldn't follow the lyrics.
Randall
But
doesn't know who Arsenio Hall is.
Yeah.
And that's, I question his family for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my fault. I take ownership
Yeah.
of that.
Cultural situations.
It's big.
clashing. Yeah.
It's big. How are you guys doing, first of all?
Great. I'm so happy to be
Yeah.
with you guys.
I want to just say, if you're on YouTube or watching on Spotify, Chris Sullivan is bringing sexy.
You
back,
are. Like, there's
ladies
like
and
a
gentlemen.
1, 2, 3, 4 buttons.
You know what I'm saying? We got
You know-
a deep plunging V.
I told you
V.
I've started losing weight and I've started walking around the house without
Yeah.
my shirt on for the first time maybe ever. That I'm just like maybe kind of peacocking for Rach a little bit.
Okay.
I think maybe in like 5 or 6 episodes I'm just going to do the podcast shirtless.
Why not?
Yes.
Porque no, sir.
4K no.
See,
4K no. Yeah.
Give the people what
it's
they
summertime.
want.
It's summertime.
Yes,
I
it
got
is.
my Quince. I got my Quince chain on.
ah, shit. Rocking that quiz,
Yeah.
baby.
We don't just advertise for them.
He's got the
We are-
sunglasses indoors.
These also have a prescription, okay? They also have a prescription. Ran into our founding father, Dan Fogelman, and his wife, Caitlin.
Yes.
Our cast member,
Right.
Caitlin, at the,
Miss
at the
Madison,
movies
yes.
last night.
Yep.
It was the first time I'd seen them since I'd maybe trimmed down a little bit. And Dan was like, "What is
What
that?"
happened?
He's like, Sully, are you ripped under there? And I for a second,
That's a good Dan.
I tried to like put it off, and I was like, you know what, Dan, I'm a little ripped under here, just a little.
I
just a
can't
little.
wait to see him later so he
Just a
can
little.
regale me with that
Wait,
conversation.
and so this is also the news, right? This is, folks, this has been an announcement, right? Mandy Moore is rejoining with Dan
Yes.
Fogelman on this new NFL show.
I can't wait.
Tentatively called The Land, I believe.
so, yes.
How excited are we? How good is it going to be?
It's going to be excellent. I'm very excited to be a tiny cog in the wheel of Mr. Fogelman's imagination again.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
Yeah, I'm psyched.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's dope.
Grateful.
It's dope. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for the sexy that is in front of me and Mr. Sullivan. And Rachel better stretch. That's all I got to say. Rachel better stretch.
All I want to do is zoom,
Boom.
and a boom, boom.
Come on, man. Shake that.
Speaking of
Yes.
summer,
Yes.
we're deep in summer in this episode.
We are
402.
The first pool episode was a challenge because you
It
had the
was-
little kids.
It was a challenge.
And you were at the pool
Yeah.
for, like, technically speaking, for actors. It
Yeah.
was a lot of long days outside with a lot
outside
of extras.
in the heat.
In
Right.
the heat.
No shade.
Yeah.
Better this time at the pool?
It was. I
Older
mean, if
kids.
I'm gonna give you like the real.
Let's get the real. That's why
the,
we're here.
The first, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this.
Yes,
Uh-oh.
you
The first time we were at
Hot
the
take.
pool, the kids were young. It was their
Sure.
fourth episode of a
Sure.
television show.
Sure.
My fourth episode of a television show
Sure.
too. I didn't know what I was doing.
You done Entourage.
But
It's
they,
okay.
but they, our directors of that episode were helping sort of bribe the kids. Like, if you could just stand over here and like wait, like they were bribing them with like gift cards.
Really?
I wanted to be like, do they know they're also getting paid?
Was that John and Glenn?
John and Glenn?
Hysterical. And
But like
probably-
sweet with like I don't.
But
It wasn't
gift cards-
Amazon, but it was like
But gift cards to like Ruth's Chris, like some place that they had gotten. Listen, my kids gave me this. I
Totally.
don't need it.
no. It was like gift cards to like Barnes and Noble, like stuff that they would actually
Hey,
be interested
hey,
in.
you like books?
It's like the first person to stay as quiet as possible.
Okay.
Anyway, all of that to say, they were adorable. They were wonderful. We were all just getting to know each other and getting used to like working on a set and whatnot. And they were tiny. They were like 7, 8, like little guys.
Which is the underlying stress of these children could drown. Like, we need to keep these children away from this body of water.
Yes, and keep everybody sort of like galvanized and interested and knowing what's going on. All of that to say, by the time we reach season 4, episode 2, there has been a ton of growth.
Sure.
Literally and figuratively. And so it felt like a completely different experience, but there was like the initial shock of like, what? We're going back to that pool in Long Beach again?
Yeah.
Little did we know that we would be back there again in season 6. It's like we just could never escape this pool, this particular.
Cool, don't you?
They really love this.
But
this
it
pool.
went better this time.
I mean, I just think it was a little more seamless because we all knew the lay of the land.
Yeah. It was your 60th episode of television.
It was our
You could have cared less.
Yeah,
we were more about doing the show.
I was so just out to lunch at that point. It's funny because I feel like there were echoes of, it's the end of summer vacation. Mom and dad are like at a loss of what to do. The kids are growing up. They want little to nothing to do with, which you might be in that boat right now in real life.
Please, like the oldest is going to be a freshman, and it's so weird because it is developmentally exactly what they're supposed to do.
Sure.
You're raising people to become adults who are independent, capable of doing things for themselves, right? But as they are becoming independent, right, that means that they have to separate from you, right? And you do, as a parent, feel that separation. I think the key for me and for Ryan is to not take it personally.
How? Right? How do you do that?
You remind yourself not to take it personally because in the moment, you're like, oh, this person who I used to carry play and do all these things with, like we were buddies. Yeah. Now that sort of phase may be transitioning into a different phase. Sure. Right? So you recognize that there's a mourning process and the death of what was, and now you have to wait and see what is to become.
Now enter the poison of testosterone.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a whole nother thing because
just poisoning the well.
Well, that's another thing. And so I'll speak obliquely because, we as a family, we come out of the shower, everybody still has like, can you do my back? Can you do my back? All this sort of stuff. Both Ryan and I now are like, hey man, you need to put some clothes on.
Yeah. You're a young man.
You're leaving the garden.
You know what I'm saying?
The innocence phase is over.
It's we've moved into a new phase. Yeah. For sure.
Wow.
For sure.
Well, that's kind of, I feel like, where the Pearsons find themselves too. Yes. The kids want nothing to do with them, and Jack and Rebecca are sort of pining for one last family fun day, summer day. And the idea of going and revisiting the pool, they haven't been to the pool in a long time, sort of comes up. No one wants to go to the pool.
Met with tepid response.
Correct.
Yeah. Randall needs to win the readathon.
Sure.
That summer, so he's got like a couple more books that he needs to knock down.
Kate wants to watch like a 90210 marathon or something.
Yeah. And Kev is just rocking out to
Rex in Effect.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right? But I guess begrudgingly they all decide to go to the pool together. Right? And there's also the flashback. What I love about this past storyline is that you flash back to the first pool and just unbridled enthusiasm as to now like, all right, man, if you want to go to the pool, we can go to the pool.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Big Jack winds up getting 5 chairs. He pulls it off again.
A miracle.
Pool day miracle just for the kids to splinter off slowly. Kate sees 2 friends. I can't remember. There was a Jessica something P or something like that. And another girl. Randall sees a couple of brothers that he's gonna go kick it with or what have you. And what does Kev do? Does he just got his headphones in or?
Kev's hanging out. They're listening to Rex in Effect on the boombox.
Right.
Because he's got it on his headphones and they're like, hey, we have a boombox. You want to put it on the
They invite Kev to go do that and Randall's just reading his book.
Right.
Right.
Keith and Renard, I believe, right?
Keith and Renard.
It's
Yeah.
Keith
Yvette's,
and Renard.
My wife's boys.
Yeah. Yvette's boys.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
My wife, Yvette.
Yeah.
Ryan played Yvette. Anyway, it's confusing. There's this mama bear that I just want to clock, and you tell me a little bit about this too, because as you're watching Kate play with these two girls, you're like, hey, have these two girls ever asked you to hang out before? And like, no, da-da-da. And you're checking in, you're like, could you just go back to where you were or whatnot? And there's this interesting thing. I actually just had a conversation with young ladies who are going to my son's school. And they were talking about like how guys can get along quicker with other guys than girls with girls. And they say like, because girls can be mean, right? Like these were 14-year-old girls talking to me about that. And I'm curious, Mandy Moore and anybody else who has experience with it, do you think girls are meaner than boys? Like, what's the nature of that thing that you were trying to protect Kate from?
Absolutely.
What is it about?
Without question.
Pourquoi?
Competition, insecurity.
Yeah.
Fear of being left out, like all of the above.
And it does
original sin.
They say you pay your taxes with boys early and girls later. So I'm waiting for the teenage years to hit and what I will experience having a daughter. I just think inherently girls are meaner. We don't some girls don't have an issue like chastising other girls, leaving them out. It just like, it's a little bit more forward facing.
Yeah.
Like they're not shy about not including somebody or gossiping in front of that. Like,
right.
I think, I don't know.
I was remembering, Chris, you told us before, I don't know if this was on camera or not, but you were telling us Bear going to school, was coming back, you were walking in to go get him and whatnot, as he was coming out, like a kid hit him in the stomach.
Yeah.
And it almost feels like guys' cruelty is like, I'm just going to, boom, do this. And girls' cruelty sort of lives
more cerebral,
up here and whatnot. And my wife will say this in a heartbeat because she's a kind person. She says, well, girls are smarter than boys. So the level of like machinations that they are capable of is equivalent to the level of intelligence that they have.
Right.
Yeah. More like primal, animalistic, like with guys, with boys. And
this is a thought that is just occurring to me, so I'm going to say it out loud and we'll see if it makes any sense. Is there something to the social nature of children that is more feminine inherently? There's more sharing. There's more, the feelings are more on the surface. There's you know what I mean? So that like early on, so far, like the big fallouts that Bear's had is because of girls, like making fun of his pink shoes or like
really.
And with boys, it's like it's more physical.
Sure.
And I wonder if as boys and girls get older, if that's how those two social environments develop. Like girls take the kind of feminine, communal, vulnerable, emotional community with them, and the boys realize that they're not included in that. Is that a thing?
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
an interesting way of
and
distilling it. Yeah,
and it's not. I'm not saying it's correct, but it might be how that young boy mentality of like, hey bro, punch in the arm starts, and then we get trapped in it, and as we get older we have to find our way out of it. You know what I mean? As we mature past.
And with girls, it's just sort of like, I think as we get older, it's like, well, this is who you're supposed to like, this is how you're supposed to look, this is what you're supposed to watch and listen to, and and I'm sure with the advent of social media now, it's just wildly worse. But if you're anything outside of that box, that's you're an easy target for someone to gossip about, for girls to be mean, if you look different, if you act different, if you have different tastes, it's just, I think girls have less of a problem like being mean to each other.
Well, let me ask you this before I make it too dichotomous right now, because this was both in the past storyline. While Kate's, hanging out with these girls and you're sort of watching over her and making sure she's okay. So Kev is singing Rex in effect. He knows the lyrics, right? He's talking to Keith and Renard, and they're like they're vibing. Everybody's like, oh, that's pretty cool, Pearson, da da da. And then Kev hits Randall like, yo, Randall, why don't you take the next verse, right?
Fully knowing
fully.
Yeah, fully. So
I
mean.
only say that to say that, like, nobody has a monopoly on cruelty, right?
Sure. I think it has less to do with, the gendered issue and more of just like Kevin and his brother. Like they're just always out to Kevin's always out to get Randall, always has.
Yeah.
He's felt threatened. There is a certain comfort that Randall has in his own skin that Kevin never has and never does.
Sure.
That I think he sees and do you agree? Like I think Kevin looks at Randall and is like, wow, I will never have that.
Right,
I will never have that ease in life.
I think Randall has the right. He's like, he knows what he wants. Like, he's like, I'm going to win this bookathon thing. Like, however nerdy it is, we're like, I got a goal.
Yeah.
Right? I think Kev is in search of a goal.
I think mom, being a woman, sees these two young girls who she knows are popular girls at school and immediately clocks with Jack, like, I don't think those girls have ever talked to Kate before. Why are they talking to her now?
Yeah. Right.
What does that
It's
mean?
you clocking it and not him.
No, of course.
Dude, we're in dude world.
Oblivious.
Like,
and then, when she approaches Kate and is like, I just want to check and make sure everything was okay. Kate's like, yeah, mom, like dismisses her. Like, I can handle I'm with my friends. Yeah.
Right.
Everything's fine.
And Jack's like, 5 chairs.
Yeah.
No, me got 5 chairs.
Grunt. Yeah, totally. More That Was Us after this short break. We just did this before school started. We kind of went away with the whole family, with the kids, kind of piggybacked on a work trip of Taylor's. Mm-hmm. And of course, Airbnb.
Airbnb to the rescue, right?
Airbnb to the rescue.
Those little getaways, Mandy, they hit differently this time of year. The crowds thin out, the pace slows, and the weather's still great. I always look for an Airbnb when we go kind of anywhere. It's cozy, it's personable. It's like staying in a home where you can actually relax.
What surprises you guys about the Airbnbs that you've had recently?
I am always so touched by the added details that the hosts share. All these trips back and forth to Toronto that I had recently for business, I would stay at the same place over and over again. And the woman whose place I was staying in would leave me like little local treats.
Look at that.
Like, you got to check out this bakery, or you got to go check out this theater, or there's this coffee shop that's great. Like, and she was in constant communication with me on the app. How's everything going? Is there anything you need? What's the place missing? She was constantly trying to improve her apartment.
The personal touches, bro, go a long way. And if you're heading out of town, even just for a few days, hosting on Airbnb is an easy way to make your place work while you're away. Someone else could be looking for exactly what you've got.
And it doesn't feel like a big lift. You decide when and how you host, and Airbnb takes care of the rest.
Hosting fits into real life, and your home might be worth more than you think. Find out how much at airbnb.com/host. Some people survive history. Others define it. Bao, Artist at War, is about a man who did both.
Joseph Bao survived the Holocaust with a mix of courage, talent, and finding sunshine in the darkest of days. As he said, they can starve us, beat us, cage us, but they could never kill our spirit.
And then there's his secret wedding to Rebecca, right there in the concentration camp. It was love as resistance.
But Bao wasn't only fighting for himself. His art helped hundreds escape. The film is gripping, a war drama, a spy thriller, and one of the greatest love stories you will ever see.
Bao, Artist at War opens only in theaters for a limited run beginning September 26th. Go to BAUmovie.com to watch the trailer, read about Joseph's real-life journey, and find showtimes near you.
So that Kate part, then, the girls are like, yo, if you go around the corner, somebody's going to come kiss you. Who's the boy?
Cliff. Cliff is going to give you a kiss.
Of course it's Cliff.
Cliff is going to give you a kiss, and Kate's like, yo,
okay,
I'll take a kiss from Cliff, right? So she's back there, she's waiting, da-da-da-da-da, and then a boy walks around the corner, but it's not Cliff. It's my man Stuart.
What's Stuart's last name? It's so funny.
I can't remember his last name. But she's like, Stuart?
Abernathy or something like that.
It's like, it's like too long and too clunky.
Because they keep saying it at the end.
Stuart at Gary.
It's just very funny.
Anyways, he's a very cute kid. I was like,
adorable.
Hey, this looks like someone you can
I was like, what?
The writing was so good in this moment because she's like, Stuart? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, I was like, hey. He's like, who did you expect? And she says, Cliff. And then she asks him, who did you expect? And he says, you.
I know. Did your heart break a little bit?
Oh, my God. Let me tell you something. Okay, this is, so girls have a tough time, but I'm going to say something. As a dude, learning how to put yourself out there, because you know that you're supposed to be the person that initiates, is terrifying.
Yeah.
Talking to girls, as a young boy who had no idea like how to express himself and that like excitement or whatnot, it was horrific. And I will tell you guys straight up on this podcast, it's what made me drink for the first time.
Yeah.
Liquid courage, hands down, the ability to just speak to a member of the opposite sex. 14.
14. You're like, I need a little something.
14. It was the summer before
nervous.
Freshman year.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know how to talk to girls. I have to do something.
Yeah.
And you have 2 beers. I was like, it's not so bad.
Wow.
It's not so bad.
Yeah.
That was the beginning. And I probably drank more in high school than I ever did in my entire life.
That's the dangers of beer.
You know
That's the dangers of alcohol.
More in my entire life.
Nothing's that bad.
Yeah.
But just to be able to talk to a girl.
Wow.
So like I really appreciate it.
Wow.
She's like, well, we can just stand here and until they leave. And then she has an opportunity to exercise grace. And she's like, you know what? And just gives him a little kiss.
I thought she was so great in that scene.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
really
Mackenzie was fantastic. It was
really-
so sweet to see her like make that switch of like, okay, yeah, we could just stand here.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
And our 5 foot whatever she is,
5'10".
she comes down.
She's so tall.
Your little Stuart apothecary or whatever his last name was.
It's just Stuart.
So funny.
That's good.
All right.
It's Stuart, right?
Stu.
But that was a beautiful. I loved
Stewie.
how that sort of came together, right?
Yep, I agree.
And then with regards to Kev and Randall in that past storyline, right? Like they have the fight, right? Like Randall sort of like
What are you
confronts
doing?
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you just go out of your way to make me look bad. You knew I
Yeah.
didn't know the song.
And you enjoy it.
You enjoy it. Yeah.
right? And so they sort of get into a row, and then does Jack come in?
Yeah, whoa.
And they
I got 5 chairs.
you got 5. Me got 5
chairs.
chairs.
Is the whole
I
thing.
gotta tell you, Milo had a real easy in this episode.
Yeah, he did. He had a light lift.
I'll be over here at the 5 chairs.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting on my 5 chairs. You guys
Spread out.
Yeah.
But the thing that they still obey like the bro code.
Yeah, they're like, no, we're good. We were just roughhousing.
We were
Yeah.
roughhousing. It's all good. Like Randall's not ratting him out. Kev didn't rat him out. You know what I'm saying? Kev goes back to sit on one of those 5 chairs. And he asks his dad,
No, there's 4 chairs.
am I a good person? Because I think like it kind of hit him in that moment. Like, oh, dude, like there was no reason for me to do what I did.
Yeah. How old are they in this episode? The
Like
kids?
They're not
12.
quite freshmen. Yeah, they're like 7th grade. They're starting middle school, which is 7th grade.
Yeah. So they're 12.
Which is, by
So
the
they're
way,
12,
a
yeah.
bit of a shift because middle school starts in 6th grade now, doesn't it? Pretty
Yeah,
much
it
across the
does.
board.
Yeah.
And even for me, middle school is 6th grade, and I'm the same age as them. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I
Middle
think in
school
some parts of the country, middle school
It
starts
still
like
has
7th, 8th,
Yeah.
and then some parts
Yeah.
it's 6th, 7th.
Mine was, I was only 7 and 8.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, bless. Okay, gotcha. And so Jack sidles up next to him, and he goes, yeah, I think you're a good person, man. And he's like, but I don't do good things, something like that. He's like,
I
but
keep doing all these bad things.
Yeah.
yeah. And Jack says, you know what, man? I think what helped me, so you come from a long line of Pearson men.
Complicated Pearson. men, yeah.
Complicated Pearson men. And we understand what that means without having to go too deeply into it. He says, but what helped me out is like finding people to take care of. Is that the way he phrases it?
Mm-hmm.
To be responsible for, or something like that. And that kind of, helped me sort of find my way, right? So the seed is planted, which I think plays throughout the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kevin being of service.
Kevin being of service.
And that's it. I mean, that's like this is the life. This is the fulcrum of the show, right? Like the fulcrum of I'm gonna see how many times I can say fulcrum, because bet y'all didn't think you were gonna hear that
There's
word today.
5 other simple machines too, sir.
Jeez, what are
Okay.
There's a wedge, there's a pulley, there's, I don't know them all offhand, but I do know there's 6 simple machines.
Hello,
Okay.
Stanford.
Thank
Okay,
you very
Stanford.
much.
Okay.
That's, basic physical science.
Listen.
Oh, God.
Of Jack Pearson, which is service.
Yeah,
Happiness is a bullshit goal.
right.
To strive to be happy,
Yeah.
you will always be disappointed
Yeah,
because it's not accomplishable 100% of the time.
right.
No.
But what is possible
To be of
is
use.
to always be
Serve.
useful, to
Right.
always be of service.
Right.
Right. And it's a huge lesson.
Yeah,
Some people never learn it. Some
Yeah.
people learn it early. And some people have to, like Kevin, hit rock bottom
yeah,
Yeah.
to figure out, it's not just the best way to live, it's the only way to live fully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You agree with that statement?
Oh, sure. Surely.
Yeah.
Surely.
You going through your own sort of like journey with sobriety or whatnot,
Yeah.
is that something that like helped lift you?
100%.
Yeah.
Because the entirety of the journey is you need to go from self-centered, self-seeking, insular, self-pitying, to compassionate, to understanding, to forgiving. When you spend so much time focusing on yourself, you become your higher power. You become so important
That
like,
nothing could eclipse
that
that.
nothing can eclipse it.
Yeah.
Right? You become your own God. It is narcissism, right? Even just because you're a narcissist doesn't mean that you think highly of yourself. It just means that you constantly think only about yourself.
Yeah.
God.
And so the only way to combat that is to put your higher power outside of yourself,
Understood.
which is why certain programs
Mention God.
encourage you to find something, anything
Yeah.
outside of yourself that is greater than you, which is why service,
Yes.
no matter who it's for,
Absolutely.
takes your focus from inward to outward.
Copy that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And we're starting to see Kevin learn that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll
And
go-
I will say that I love that this episode, this storyline in particular, ends on the littlest big 3, the first time we've ever met them. I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys noticed that at
I
the
did.
very end of the episode, the littlest big 3 who ends up becoming like a bigger part of the series, like in the 6th
Is this their
season.
first
This was the first introduction. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Their
of us,
little
it's sort of like
smooshy faces.
their little smushy faces. You're like, you thought you loved those 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
Here are 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you
or
did-
4 or something. They were
Yeah.
so
You didn't
cute.
think a TV show could add more children to its lineup.
Well, then you don't know Dan.
Stick around.
Yeah, and it's not over.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You don't know us.
You got
We got
Kate
kids
and
for
Toby
that ass.
procreating. You got Kevin procreating. Yeah, there's more to come.
It is that whole little last montage there of flashing back to pool 1, then previous pool 1, and then just seeing you all on the chairs or whatnot. Like it got brown misty as you sort of like see your children get older and whatnot. And I think what it reminds me of is you have to meet them where they are, because you always will remember what they were, and what they were gives you these warm fuzzies.
Sure.
Right? And that's okay to have those warm fuzzies as long as you say like, oh, okay, you're 14, not 5. I understand I can't treat you like 5, even though in my heart, like
You'll always be, my baby.
You're that, and you're becoming a young man, and I respect that too.
Yeah.
So you have to. It's a yes and.
Yes,
It's a yes
and.
and sort of
Right.
thing. Do you guys want to go into Kate and Toby? You
Sure,
want to go?
sure.
We want to start it off.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those. I remembered some of this, and then there was a scene with you that I was like, no recollection.
No recollection. Interesting.
That little thing about me worrying about Kate.
In the kitchen?
I don't know. I mean, it's this season 3, 4, where I just kind of forgot about this plot line. And it was.
I remember only because like there weren't too many times where we got to
Right.
just do scenes together.
Right. Sure.
I do remember this.
It's a good scene.
Do we have the actress listed here?
The specialist?
Yeah, we don't. All I remember is when she showed up, I this is just BTS. This is plot driven.
No, go ahead.
When she showed up, I was like, my heart like jumped because I recognized her.
Oh, really?
And one of those big, like, formative movies for me, I was a big Robin Williams fan.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like, maybe that might be one of the few actors who every movie he's ever made, I've seen multiple times.
Every movie.
Every movie.
Awakenings multiple times.
Yes, all of them. Like, I just can't get enough of his humanity.
Hook is great, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the humanity that he brings. Right?
Insomnia.
All of them.
Okay.
All of them.
I'm trying to do a deep cut.
Rosalind Chow, who played Robin Williams' daughter in What Dreams May Come.
Okay.
In the afterworld.
Yeah.
And when I started watching that movie, I was just like in love with her. Like I was just like, she's, you know what I mean? Sure. I was just like taken by her as a performer, and she's just a beautiful woman.
Yes.
And her heart in that movie was so big. And so she showed up in Toby and Kate's living room, and I was like, oh, no.
She's here. No. Wish fulfillment.
And she, of course, was great.
Oh, she had such a like kindness and a warmth to her that like just emanated and was so perfect for this specialist that she was playing. I'm like, I will listen and take copious notes for all the things you're going to tell us. I trust you inherently. And she was great.
Before we get to her first scene, though, do you have a moment where you tell your wife that you have to leave early or stay late or something before that?
Later.
It's later.
Yeah, it's later.
Okay.
It's later in the episode. Because we're first just kind of getting a glimpse at what it means to have a
visually impaired
baby.
Yes.
Baby.
Infant.
Like the work that's going to go into it.
Sure.
Logistically speaking.
Yeah, Kate's feeding the baby, right? Mm-hmm. And she's kind of explaining everything that's happening around her and like talking him through it. And is she like talking about different textures, or is that the next episode or something? She was like, this is velvet. This is.
She was I think in the next episode she talks to Kevin about, because Kevin wants to know why the baby always cries.
Right.
Oh, yep.
And just about how well Kate seems to be handling everything.
Yeah.
Right here at the top of the episode, she seems to be doing great.
Yeah.
And Toby's still a little frazzled.
Sure.
And Grandma and Grandpa are there, and Madison is there.
Madison's entrance was delightful because she talks about how she just brings the good vibes and whatnot, and it's all smiley. And then the cut is
smash cut to her crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. The only one.
God bless Kate.
The only one crying.
Awesome.
And they're essentially working with this woman to baby-proof a house, starting with baby-proofing a house for a visually impaired child.
Right.
Sure.
But the kicker to this scene is that in the background, there's this 75-inch television or whatever in a box that they're getting ready to hang up.
Yeah.
Because Kate wants Jack to start watching the Steelers early. And halfway through that sentence, she realizes, this is saying. Yeah, she realizes that Jack's never going to watch the Steelers.
Right. You try to cover. You try to say like, you're just going to narrate it to him.
Same way you do with me.
There you go.
There's also the underlying, Toby is stressing, but he is noticeably trimmer.
Yeah.
And people are remarking on that.
Yeah.
And he just talks about like, you can tell he's just trying to sort of like deflect the compliment. Yeah, I'm I'm stressing, and Kate's kind of clocking. I just to put that out there, because that does become like a larger part of this conversation and tension between the two of them.
Yeah. And on the stagecraft side, this is the beginning of this season is when I stopped wearing any kind of suit, any kind of padding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just at the beginning of this season.
Yeah.
So the first half, there's a suit.
Yeah. Which got smaller each season.
Yeah. Did the frustration abate from putting the suit on?
Once I didn't have once I didn't have to wear pants, like suit bottoms.
I got you.
Things got a lot better.
Understood.
A lot cooler.
I remember seeing Sully standing outside the trailer, just like it just come with the suit on. He'd take the costume off just to get a little bit of air.
Yeah.
There's moments.
Yeah. And that was why Christy was saying, you know, she thought that whole first season that I just hated her. And it was just me trying to I was going through some kind of Navy SEAL military breathing ritual, trying not to freak out and start tearing at foam.
Yeah. I remember.
But yeah, I immediately became freer in my body. I don't know if we talked about it on this podcast, but in the first 3 seasons, there are times if you go back and watch the first 3 seasons of the show.
Yeah.
If I go like this with my hands and slap my legs, and you can hear this.
Yeah.
But if you are paying attention, it sounds like I am slapping a couch because it sounds like because I have a foam pad on my leg.
Go back and rewatch, everyone.
And so it didn't occur to me until later, I just can't be as free with my body. Like if you have an itch here, you know, you can go and itch it. Or if you want to roll up your sleeve, I can't roll up my sleeve. You know, there's limitations to the movement. But yeah, so this season I am unencumbered.
Feeling a bit more free.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the suits, yeah.
There is so Kev, I guess you kind of have to dovetail Kev's storyline into this storyline a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Kev is he's feeling particularly unmoored at the top of the episode, and we see him in a meeting talking about he's going through a tough time. He just ended a pretty serious relationship. He shows up to work, and the work is fine. He does it, but he's not really finding any fulfillment in it. And you see him cut to he's doing an M. Night Shyamalan film, which because he's a star. And I did an M. Night Shyamalan film, and I got cut out of it.
Which one?
What's the one with McAvoy when he's like Split?
Split.
I was in Split, and I had this whole storyline. I got cut out. It was cool. It was all good. I wasn't mad about it. It didn't need it. It didn't need it in the movie because the movie was really good. But he's doing the movie, and they're like, "Hey, man, on this one, can you try to let things sort of in a little bit more?" And he's like, "Okay, cool." And so he's doing a close up. He's walking through. Camera lands on him. Tear drops out, and cut. It's great. It's like, okay, you can tell
he's going through the motions.
He's not getting anything out of this, right?
Right.
He's just doing what they ask him to do, et cetera. And so he's just looking for something to do. We also know that Nikki hit him up at the end of the last episode.
To pay the bail money.
To pay the
But he
bail.
hasn't heard from him since.
And
since
hasn't
he wired
heard
that
from
money.
Nikki since, right? Yeah. So he's really just hitting him up from time to time, just
Focusing
being
on that.
hey man,
would
really love to know what's going on with you, how you doing, haven't called me back, just let me know, okay?
Does anybody know how we get M. Night Shyamalan in this TV show? Is he just a fan of Dan Fogelman?
Same way we get Ron Howard and Brian Grazer.
He's also a Pittsburgh guy.
A Pittsburgh guy. He is?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's a Philly guy.
Sorry, Philly. But he's a Pennsylvania guy.
He's a Pennsylvania guy.
So
he's an American, you guys.
He's
a goddamn American.
Sorry, Philly. There was that connection, and he and his family love the show. I remember talking to him outside. Milo and I were talking to him outside of our trailers. And he was like, "Yeah, we watched the first 3 seasons of the show," and
that's great.
I think it was his wife and kids were like, "You gotta do it." And
yeah.
Dan got word that he liked the show, and
He says to Kev too. He goes, "You know what, Kev?" And there's a quote. If anybody
correlation.
Wants
He says, when you strip away all the artifices, all the tricks you use to make yourself seem appealing and charming and handsome, when you let all that crap go, you're absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
it's true.
Which is great.
Yeah,
but also, a real come to Jesus moment for our man Kev.
For Kev, for sure. And so to dovetail, once he goes to check on his family, his sister and his nephew or whatnot, he's still on his phone quite a bit. And he has a moment where everybody splits up in the house to sort of go into each room and take
a risk assessment, right?
Of what chords or corners are sharp, et cetera, et cetera. Because you have a young boy who's going to be walking around this place. So first of all, we have to make sure everything is in the place that you feel comfortable with it being, and take note of what dangers are present. And Kev winds up seeing or hearing Jack in his crib, and he goes to have a heart-to-heart, and he tries to pick him up, but the kid starts crying as soon as he tries to pick him up. He's like, "All right, man, I'm not going to pick you up." And he's just sort of talking out like where he is in his life, right? Is there anything in particular that resonated with you guys in that?
I think the idea that, he's like, you're 187 days old. And I know that because I've been sober for 187 days.
Or
And
186 or something, because
so
he was
it's 6.
drunk.
Yeah. Sorry.
I know, but he said it was the same as long as you have. But then I was like,
Yeah.
no, you drinking that day. But
Yeah.
it's all right.
Oh, in the waiting room?
Yeah.
Sure. But just that how it's easier for him to sort of lose himself in work because he can just show up and have someone direct him and make all of the choices and decisions for him.
Yeah.
Tell him what to do, tell him how to feel, tell him where to stand.
Yeah.
Kate overhears all of this.
Yeah.
He walks in she walks in and she's like, how much did you hear? And she's like, just the last little bit. But then I heard the whole thing on the baby monitor and he was like,
yeah.
And it is it's that moment where you begin to realize that Kevin has found, you can't get sober for anyone else, but it is nice to have
purpose,
something to focus on and a purpose. And there's something about this child that has shifted his perspective
and given him some meaning.
Yeah.
He also knows that he's like, I'm in really deep with my sister and this baby. I'm in LA. I'm going to all the doctor's appointments.
He's at the doctor's
he's at the doctor's appointment with Kate and Toby. And you're just like, oof, this guy he's in it with them.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful, but maybe it's also a crutch for him in his recovery. Maybe he's using this to lean on in the same way that he leans on work, and it helps him sort of avoid doing the work on himself that he really needs to be doing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm really trying to remember. I think that we had a real issue on set the day that Kevin was in the doctor's appointment with us.
Really?
Yeah, because we couldn't stop laughing, and I can't remember why. But there was something happening with our guest star.
Okay.
And like a pronunciation of a word, or the delivery of the news was so blunt.
Was for all three of you? Was it
was
just
mostly?
God, I kind of vaguely remember hearing this
because I had to tell everybody afterwards. I was like, "You're not gonna believe." The person was not realizing what news they were delivering to us. So the way that they were delivering it was
happy or joyful or something so your son won't be able to see anything.
Yeah.
They said,
they were having a real hard time
understanding the tone with which they should be using. I remember you telling this. And
it was like one of these things where it was like, I heard it, and then I clocked it, and I looked over at Justin, and Justin was already gone. And Chrissy was the only one who was looking right ahead, while these two idiots are like looking past her. Yeah, trying to. She's doing her job, and we were just trying to get through it.
This is the thing, because they don't get all the information. They have the sides to go off of.
And me and Justin had a real problem being on set together.
Just in general,
there's a glint in his eye always. Period. End of story.
Sure.
Of mischief, and I want to see it come out. I want him. I'm follow that in, whatever that is. Show me that. Yeah. And he indulges me.
Yeah, the two of you guys together, for sure. That's why Zoe was always like, oh, God.
For your makeup?
Yeah. Don't laugh, Mandy. It just loosens the process.
And it only encourages them.
Yeah, it does. But then you add John Huertas.
Oh, boy. Forget about it.
Huertas is ridiculous.
More That Was Us after these words from our sponsors. This time of year just starts to feel different. The pace picks up, the air's cooler, and suddenly you want things that are soft, warm, and easy. That's why I've been living in Bombas. Merino wool socks that adjust to the weather, Supima cotton that breathes, even rag wool for those crisp mornings. Cozy season is here.
And Bombas fits right into all of it. Slides for the backyard or beach, compression socks for those long flights, and even dress socks if you have any special events lined up.
Honestly, their everyday socks are unbeatable. There's no slipping, no blisters, and they somehow feel brand new no matter how many washes they've been through. Here's the cool part, too. Bombas isn't just for here. They now ship internationally to over 200 countries.
So whether you're traveling this fall or want to send something to family overseas, Bombas has you covered. Like I've said before, and like we will continue to say,
yes,
Bombas have been in all of our lives
before they were sponsors.
Long before they were sponsors.
Yeah,
we pursued them. Hey, Bombas.
Yeah.
We love you.
We love how you treat our Tootsies.
The T-shirts are soft, the no tags, man, like it's a comfortable, easy wear, for sure.
And of course, every time you buy, Bombas donates one to someone in need. It's comfort that pays it forward.
Head over to bombas.com and use code TWU for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com, code TWU at checkout. Bombas.com and use code TWU.
You know what's funny? Baby monitors are supposed to give parents peace of mind, but so many of them, they just add stress, right? They disconnect, they crash in the middle of the night, or, this is my favorite, they suddenly charge you to use features you thought were included. That's why Harbor feels like such a game changer.
Exactly, dude. Harbor is designed to actually work the way parents need it to. And I love that it comes with a dedicated 10-inch monitor so you can always see your baby clearly without tying up your phone. And if you're out and about, the Harbor app lets you check in anytime, anywhere.
And here's the part that really impressed me. Harbor works with or without internet. That means it's reliable at home and when you travel. Just plug it in. It's literally that easy. No complicated setup, no stressing about Wi-Fi. I have to say, we were just sent a Harbor system. I'm so excited to travel with it. The idea that you don't need Wi-Fi is the best. It's certainly nice when you're traveling, you have baby perhaps in a pack and play or a crib, and just knowing that you could watch them and make sure everybody's okay is truly the best.
They even thought about sleep-deprived parents like us. Harbor's smart audio filters out all the background noise so you only hear what matters, which means you can actually rest without worrying. So often, when I'm listening to the monitor, I have to listen to the lullaby, or I have to listen to the white noise, or I can't really tell what's going on over the white noise. So it's so nice to have just the audio I need so that I can pay attention to our lovely child.
Plus, Harbor grows with your family. You can watch up to 4 kids at once, set custom sound thresholds for each, and there are never any subscriptions. Ever.
Restore your peace of mind with Harbor, the only baby monitor designed to never fail you. Plus, Harbor has a special deal for our listeners. Use code TWU or go to harbor.co/TWU for $50 off and experience the security every parent deserves. That's HARBOR.co/TWU. There is also in the midst of this thing, there's a movie opportunity in Chicago.
Yeah. He's on the short list for a Spike Jonze movie, guys.
It's a Spike Jonze movie.
Mom and Mom and Miguel subscribed to the Hollywood Reporter now, and they read it in Hollywood Reporter.
Now that they live in LA, it's the thing to do. You got to keep up with the times, man.
It's also a great moment that if you're not an actor, you don't know that this happens to us, and I'm sure it's happened to you guys with someone in your life who, like, they'll be like, how are things going? And you'll be like, well, I'm not working right now. And they're like, you should be on The Pit. Why don't you go be on The Pit?
Like, it's that easy.
Like that's how any of this works.
Yeah.
And it's
and so, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I didn't think
about that, but now that you mention it,
I should be on.
I will go be on The Pit.
Yeah, I'll go.
Thanks, guys.
You know what I mean? And so, like, it definitely happens with, like, moms and hey, why aren't you on the Tonight Show? Well,
to be invited.
It's a long story.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's very cute.
It's a very like Rebecca and Miguel thing of like, we're on the inside now.
Yeah.
Because we have our subscription to the Hollywood Reporter.
Yep.
You guys are so adorable.
And you know what we heard? That you're on the short list.
For a Spike Jonze movie. Like they've
that?
ever seen her or something. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Or they know who Spike Jonze is.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like Three Kings. But he's not. He didn't direct that.
No, he's just an actor. Yeah.
He's just in it. And so I think Kev gets some sort of, what happens is, it's like, how come the boy won't let me pick him up? Like, I don't think he likes me. And she's like, no, dude, that's not it. He likes you. It's just, he can't see.
So he doesn't know what's coming.
He doesn't know what's coming. You got to narrate what's happening for him so that you prepare him, right? Mommy's coming in to pick you up. She picks him up, and now I'm going to pass you to your Uncle Kevin. And she passes him over, and it's beautiful.
You'll always know it's him because he always smells very expensive.
He always smells very expensive. And I wanted to say this because I felt like there was more shots of baby, and necessarily so. Like, just talk to me a little bit about the difference between holding the baby and holding the doll as an actor. Like, it's night and day, right?
It's
and you try
yeah.
to embody the doll as much as possible.
Yeah.
But when you have the baby,
yeah,
it's just automatic.
It's just automatic.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I've seen you, I've seen Justin too. There's this thing that we as men with like hands and just rubbing the booty. Just, you know what I'm saying? It's not even like, it's just like, this is how I, right?
This is how I love you.
It feels.
Yeah. And it's just like impossible not to interact. I think, is it at the top of this episode? It's like Toby's saying, all you have to remember is that I'm the hairy one.
There you
and
go.
right then,
he grabbed the
beard and pulled on it.
Boom.
Yeah.
And, see, just like that.
Just
like these
that.
like little, it's just
the
impossible
unpredictability is actually the joy of an actor. Because you don't know what you're going to get, so they keep you in the moment.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
You have no choice but to be present.
Absolutely.
Which is also how it is with kids.
Yeah. And
in general.
This will be a bit of a behind the curtain thing, and I hope it doesn't ruin anything for anybody. But if you're watching along with us, watch the baby as we go, because one of the things that they just you wouldn't normally let an actor of any age do this.
Yeah.
But it lended itself to making the baby look like it had a visual impairment because it was always staring at the boom mic.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And so the baby was always not looking at the parent, not looking at the actor.
Looking at the microphone dangling in front of him.
Yes.
Which made the baby kind of look like it couldn't see.
Yes.
And it's just staring at the boom mic.
That's interesting. I remember that.
I totally
Because
remember
it couldn't
that.
figure out what was going on.
Oh my gosh. I was about to ask. So he wasn't impaired.
No. And they would digitally move one of his, when they had close-ups, one of the eyes to match Blake.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, okay. Kev has the moment with the baby. He's feeling connected or whatnot. And I think he makes a decision to go somewhere, or does he make a decision to remove
she's
himself,
basically like, you got don't stay here for us.
Right.
Like you should go work. Like you thrive when you're working. It's really good for you. And Mom and Miguel said as much as well. Like earlier as they're sort of walking over to Kate's house, it's like, focus on you, focus on your sobriety. Like, get to work, go do the Spike Jonze movie. And he's sort of hemming and hawing, but Kate kind of like implores him and pushes him like, we're fine.
Right.
It's like, she also talks about blaming herself for, she's like, I knew the risks. Like, I knew.
Right. Everyone told me not to do this.
Everyone told me not to have a baby, and I did it anyway. And so, of course, like, I blame myself as a parent for his disability.
Right.
I know. It's,
Brutal.
this, like.
That's real. I mean, I know Raya said a few things a couple times, and she's like, I wonder if so-and-so is like this because of something that I did, right? I mean, and it's something that I mean, dudes cannot sort of relate to, because it's like, your relationship is 9 months older, right, than ours is. And like, diet, exercise, like what sort of how I was feeling at that time in terms of hormones that are passing through me, like all these thoughts that the mom has to have that are like, we get to wait 9 months before we have any of those things. It's like, I wonder if I did something, you know? Yeah.
It's a lot.
The answer is yes. The answer is most definitely.
For you.
And we see Kevin absorb what Kate says.
Yeah.
And you see him like getting into a car at the end of this episode, on his way to the airport, going to take an American Airlines flight. And you're like, oh, this guy's going to Chicago. Thank God.
Yeah.
He's listening to his sister. He's listening to his own intuition that's telling him to go back to work. But he's not.
He's not going to Chicago.
He is not.
He shows up on his uncle's doorstep. Is it a doorstep? If it's a trailer,
There's a door.
There's a door,
It's a
and
step.
then there's a step. And
They're foldable. They're foldable
That's
steps, but they're there.
And he's got the plant. And he mentions at the beginning of the episode, it's like, this plant is like the one thing that I have any control over.
Yeah, responsibility.
Like watering it, being responsible, etc. And so it's like he comes plant in hand to his uncle. And it's sort of the echo of what Jack was saying in the past. Is like, if we find the people that we care about and the people we can be responsible for, I think that helps us become a better person. I think this is now where Kev is going to be putting his energy.
Yeah.
Right? That's the conclusion of those right there. Yeah.
That's the conclusion of that one.
Yeah.
And then
There's Black Pearsons.
there's Black Pearsons.
Black Pearsons.
We can wrap up the Kate and Toby one real quick.
Go
Yeah.
wrap it.
Which, you know, in the scene that Toby and Rebecca have, he points out how well Kate is doing, maybe a little too well.
Yeah.
I think
Because Rebecca clocks it too. Like how.
why is she doing so well?
Why-
She shouldn't
yeah.
be doing so well.
Yeah, what's going on?
And Toby lets her know that Kate has been overeating and that of all the things he's worried about, that she's at the top of his list.
Yep.
Then also at the end of the episode, Toby is going to the grocery store at some weird hour for some reason.
It's
And
like, you don't have
not
to
as
go to
busy.
the.
yeah. And we cut to Toby has been sneaking off to the gym to
He's doing the ropes.
battle rope out his
Yeah.
his
Hope you're watching on YouTube, everybody, or
yeah.
Spotify.
yeah, we just got
I just
a
did a little
mean,
battle rope.
mean battle rope.
I mean, you're going at it.
I was going at it. Drove all the way to Long Beach for that 10 seconds.
You have to go to Long Beach?
Yeah, well, the whole
Come on,
production
man.
was in Long Beach that
Because
day.
of the pool.
Okay. Because of the
Because of the pool.
Yes.
And I was like, Long Beach?
Why?
They also, like Ken, or who, I don't remember who it was.
Chris Koch?
Somebody signed me up for CrossFit, like to go get an actual CrossFit lesson. And I was like, what are we doing in this 10-second? I've seen the script. It's like,
I know how to
yeah, like,
with the ropes.
but they sent me to a CrossFit gym in Venice to like get the lay of the land. And I'm like, listen, I'm not Sterling K. Brown, but I've been to a gym. Like, I don't need a lesson.
So insulting.
So this is a hand weight.
Yeah. Like,
This is a bicep curl.
You ever seen a treadmill?
yes. And
Who
so,
did direct this? Who directed
Koch.
it? Koch
Koch.
did?
There's Chris Koch.
We love Koch.
we do.
And so I drove all the way down there, got into my workout clothes, walked on. We did one take, and,
like,
and
I
I
think
went
we got it.
and I went home.
That's very Koch,
Yeah,
too, to be like,
totally.
we got it.
Yeah.
We got it. We're good.
Not
Moving on.
overshoot this.
Yeah.
Is there, in terms of like, because you're new dads or whatnot, you're a new dad, not whatnot. Is there anything that you did to deal with stress or anything for you? Because like we see Jack hit a heavy bag, we see Randall do this running thing, we see Toby doing this lifting thing or whatnot. Like, did Chris feel like there was anything that you needed to do? To
I mean,
sort of like,
I did it was mid-pandemic,
yeah.
right? You were going through the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Like 3 months later? Were you back? When did you have your first child?
February of 2021. So yeah, I was pregnant
So,
during like the
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the thick of the pandemic.
And Bear was born July 2020,
Okay.
Oof.
which was 3 months before we went back to work.
Yeah, we went back in September.
So I had no outlets.
Yeah.
Like Rachel and I were in this constant loop of like the same 3 rooms every day over and over again.
Sure.
Same conversations, same conflict, same TV shows.
It was great.
It was great, but it was also a bit like a waiting for Godot type. Like, what is happening? Like these days are melting together.
Yeah.
We're going a little bit crazy. So I did a lot of therapy. Like,
Sure.
I spent a lot of time on the Zoom. We did. I think I was in individual, couples, and group.
Great.
Like all,
for you.
like
God
all, because I was like, I need to talk to somebody other than my
Yeah.
because,
Yes.
and so did she. She's like, because we were driving each other crazy in certain ways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so isolating
That's
too.
real.
Oy.
That's why I found Marco Polo during the pandemic. Marco Polo, like the group text, like video,
conversation,
and like me and like my groomsmen were on this thing together, and it was one of the greatest lifelines I ever invested in.
Big outlet.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I started actually working out. We had an empty bedroom at the time before we had kids. We had a little room dedicated to yoga and things, and so Rach and I would each have our time of the day where we would go down there and just sweat and do something or other, just to get the wiggles out, as we say now. But yeah, it was a unique time.
Very.
Yeah.
Very. Okay. Anything else on that one?
That's the end of that storyline.
Well, I love that it ends before Toby going to the gym with Kate sort of like, okay, attention, everybody. Like, I understand this is heavy.
Right.
I understand we're all navigating a lot of newness and confusion and fear. But like, hope is going to be the prevailing feeling in this house and with this child. And like, she just sort of like found the strength of like the mama bearness of I know how to forge forward.
Yeah.
And I'm laying down the law and we're all going to subscribe to this. And we're all like, Madison, you're not going to cry in the corner. No one's going to feel sorry for Jack. He's going to live a life without limits. And that's just like the end of the story.
Yeah.
Like, let's just keep going forward. And I love that, like, it's not often we see that side of Kate, if ever, really, you know? And it's like she's doing it for him and doing it for herself. She's doing it for her family. And that's sort of like what it is to be a parent.
Yes.
You find a strength within yourself that you didn't know was possible before because you're accountable to someone else now and not just yourself.
You have revealed to me the crux of this episode just now, which is, and when we get to the Black Pearson storyline, it's happening for Randall too. This is the episode, and here we are smack in the middle of our series, where the big three enter the second half of life.
Yeah.
Like in an episode, it's a spiritual concept that I've read about. This Catholic monk named Richard Rohr writes about this, about entering the second half of life and how it is a mythological moment in a person's life where there is where there is a fall, where there is a tragedy, a rock bottom, a hardship, crucifixion by his standard definition, where there is a death of the ego and an entering into the second half of life.
Like a rebirth.
Like a rebirth.
Got it. Okay.
A resurrection, if you will. And this moment doesn't happen for everybody. Sometimes it happens. That's what he says. That's what they call a deathbed awakening, right? What's it called?
Confession or
like when people have those realizations just at the moment, we're like, oh no.
That's what it was all about.
That's what it was all about. And they enter the second half of life right as it's ending. Some people never, and some people go in very early. Some, and it happens for people at and it's essentially what allows people, like we were talking about in previous episodes, to go from just getting older to becoming an elder.
Sure.
Right? Because they've made a shift. They've turned from looking inward to focusing outward.
I hear you.
On the people around them. And you've just like so Kevin has done that with his sobriety and with this baby. Kate has done that also with this baby.
Yeah.
And Randall will have a similar moment with the shift in his life as we talk about this plot line.
Right on. Black Pearsons, Randall's mirroring his dad is trying to plan like a last Pearson family fun day.
Yep. School's
about to get started and he's excited to like spend the day with his girls. They're being a little bit more cantankerous, it seems.
Bet's like, they're mean.
They're mean.
Getting meaner by the day.
This is who we're talking about as we talked about girls and the nature of them earlier in the episode, right?
They come in.
Tess's fro looks gorgeous, by the way.
Yeah.
And, today she's supposed to get her hair done. That's why she's been growing it out the whole summer. Mom promised that we were going to do this. And then Deja's like, you promised that I get to ride the bus so I can do that. We do one practice so I can go to school. And then they're like, okay, we'll go from a family fun day to a family fun afternoon.
Yeah.
You go get your hair done with your mom. I'll take you to do a trial run on the bus, see how that goes, and then we'll meet up after that.
Right.
Annie comes in like, what would you like, sweetheart? And she's like, I'm fine either way. I'm like, God bless you. This is how my youngest is right now. It's like, God bless you. Make it easy for me as long as you possibly can.
Yes.
You rock my world.
But the two of you are essentially navigating like the last vestiges of parental control.
Yeah. And it's interesting because they are, or at least Deja's about to be a freshman. So my son's about to be a freshman. And it means that Tess is probably going into the 8th grade because I don't think they're in the same grade.
No, they're not in the same grade.
She's 1 grade ahead of her. So we go to the bus. And, and Deja's sort of giving me crap like, Randall, this is a bus. And he's like, I've been on a bus before. Randall probably hasn't been on too many buses, but he has been on a bus before because he went to go see his mama back in the day.
The tram from the parking lot to the front gate at Disneyland.
Stop. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. He done been on a bus before. And, but he's listen, this is his girl, this is his daughter. He's not 100% comfortable. And she's like, well, why don't you sit off to the side so you can see what it's like for me to do it by myself? Yeah. And he's like, all right, fair enough. Good idea. Things seem to be going just fine. Then this dude walks up and he's hella sketch. Dude. Sits,
talking nonsense.
And he just starts talking, yabba-yabba, like looking at her, like talking in her ear, whatnot. And he says, like, respectfully, but also like, hey man, do you mind if I sit next to my daughter? Put a little bit more bass.
I heard it.
You put just a little bit of bass in your voice.
And volume.
Yeah, just
daughter,
a little.
My daughter.
Yeah, say, man, can you mind if I sit next to my daughter? So
and the guy's like, yeah,
so Sketch is like, yeah, man, what are you talking about?
that makes sense.
Why would I want to get between you and your daughter?
Listen, I'm sketchy. I'm not unreasonable.
You know what I'm saying? And she's like, you just couldn't do it, could you? And he's like, look, man, I understand that you're growing up. I understand that you've had a life before me, which she always loves to throw into my face and the level of independence that she's had. But now you are under my supervision. You're under my care. I'm not comfortable right now. Maybe next year.
Gripping.
I'll get there.
Gripping the parental.
Gripping. We switched to Beth at the salon with Tess and Annie.
Yeah.
And the stylist comes over. She's like, "Girl," she's like, "What are we thinking about today?" She shows her a picture, right? Nobody else sees the picture.
Audience gets to see
and she's
it.
like, "Ooh, I like it. This is gonna be great. Give me a second to clean up, and I got you." And Beth is like, "Yo."
Beth sees the picture.
Beth sees the picture. She's like, "Are you sure? Like you're growing your hair and it looks so great and everything, and like this is a big thing." And she's like, "Mom, like please, like let me do my thing.
You made me think about this all summer.
Mm-hmm. This is what I want." And she's like, okay. And it sort of reminds me of, I did this to my wife. I don't know if you've ever done this to your wife or if Taylor's ever done this to you. And this has happened much earlier, and I feel bad because I understand it now a little bit. Amari's hair was just like becoming its own thing, taking on its own life. And it was becoming difficult to sort of maintain maintenance with whatnot. So I said, I was a little boy, what I'll do is I'll just trim it up a little bit. And the trim became more difficult than I thought. So I wound up giving him a Sullivan. I gave him,
Shaved his head.
I took that ish all the way down.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Brian Michelle Bethay walked into the house.
Oh no.
And she saw her child, her baby. He was probably 3.
Oh. Wow, you should have led with that.
Oh boy.
And she said, "What did you do to my child?" I said, "His hair was hard to comb, brush. I couldn't get to it. So I just took it off. It'll grow back." And it was the look that Beth had that I was like, there's a cuteness. There's a certain sort of like youthfulness that we attach to hair. For better, for worse, whatever, it just is what it is, right? And then when it goes away, like there's sort of like, oh, the baby's gone now.
Baby's gone.
Somebody else is in that space, right? And she was just like sort of mourning that. We have a moment of Beth and Randall sitting on the bench outside of the beauty shop. And she's like, I take it that the bus ride didn't go well. I said, I freaked out, told her she couldn't ride the bus. And I said, I take it the beauty shop's not going well. She's like, it's just my little girl. And she, it's not going to be the same, right?
Yeah.
But then the young lady comes out. By the way, side note, and I think I've mentioned this before, Eris Baker, who plays Tess, has been a PA on this season of Paradise.
No, I didn't know that.
Did I not mention this?
No.
So Eris is going into her junior year at USC.
Okay.
Right? Is working on a short film that she showed me that she had written, which is 6 pages, and it's gorgeous.
All right.
Like what she fits into like 6 pages, I was like, you're 20. Where's all this coming from? Like it's like this lifetime of a beautiful love story that she fits into 6 minutes or whatnot. And so I've had her around, and like she sees it, she's like, hey Sterling. And I give her a hug every day, and it's so like it's such a joy. Like it's so silly. Like it's not my child, you guys. Not at all. But for like 7 years on a TV show.
That's right.
Right? She was. And so she's grown. And so I'm going back between seeing her in real life and seeing her on the show. And she walks out and she cuts her hair. And she's got like these curls on top, and it's natural on the side, but low cropped. And she looks great.
Great.
She looks great.
Yeah.
Right?
And she is so happy. She's so
happy.
pleased. It's exactly what she wanted.
Exactly what she wanted. And I think both Beth and Randall are like, all right, okay. It may not be what it was. What I was saying at the beginning, like you have to mourn what was as you come to
terms with
what is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Second half.
That's what this parenthood
Second
thing.
half of life.
And a lot of parents, like, they will revert. You may have moments where you sort of like fall back and whatnot, but you just have to keep putting forth that effort to meet your children where they are.
Yeah.
Because at a certain point, your children aren't children anymore.
Right.
They are your children, but they are adults or young adults or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I just have to keep reminding myself. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like the episode sort of reminded me as well. Other behind the scenes note, I don't know if you guys remember this, but in between season 3 and season 4, Brown had surgery on his knee.
That's right.
That's right.
Brown had a torn ACL towards the end of season 3, but didn't realize it. Like was still running on the treadmill, right? Was still doing things because—
In pain?
No.
Okay.
I knew there was something that told me, I think I'm going to give credit to a higher power, and I will name it God in this moment, that said, please don't play basketball. Because what it is with the ACL, it's lateral movement.
Got it.
Going side to side. As long as I'm going straight in a row,
You're okay.
Totally fine. I was like, well, I can't have a torn ACL because I can still run. And I went to go see the, what's the name of the doctor that does? Orthopedic surgeon. And he's like, no, bro, it's not there. It's gone.
Yeah, it's in your ankle.
Oh,
he said it's not like it's not
rolled
stretched.
up.
It's totally gone.
It rolled up into your calf.
And I was like, biscuits and gravy. So I had to go and get surgery in between. So remember we did the photo shoot with, this is when we did
Annie Leibovitz.
with Annie Leibovitz, right? I don't know if you guys remember, but I was like, all right. And you know, Brown, on set, like whenever we're at Paramount, I like to walk from base camp to whatever.
Right.
I was like, I'll still do it. And maybe like they got me a cart one time, but I was like, this is my thing. I walk from place to place. So we had to push this thing a little bit because we actually went to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
We actually went to Philadelphia to shoot some exteriors of thing, to run up the steps, etc. Tess, Eris, and I was like, Eris, I'm gonna beat you up the steps.
What?
And she said, you have a bad leg. And I was like, no, but I'm getting better. And I'm going to beat you up the steps. And she's like, no, you're not. Because Eris Baker is fast. So every time we had we did the first, we have our family fun day. We have the introduction to the kids of worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Right? What is the worst case scenario? Deja says that, you guys will never allow me to grow up and become like an adult, and you'll just keep smothering me. And Randall says, well, when you ride the bus tomorrow, make sure you text me as soon as you get to school. And she's like, what are you talking about? She's like, as soon as you get to school, you text me.
Yeah.
He made a 180. He turned the corner, right? What was Tess's?
I didn't write
was
them
Annie,
down.
Annie was
that you'll forget her
all
friends.
my friends will forget about me.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, girl, we didn't even know that. And she's like, I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Totally
I didn't
fine,
have
right?
anything.
Yeah.
No, Tess said she didn't have anything.
She didn't say, that's right.
She said, she says, I don't have a worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Which was both heartening, but also like, really?
May not have been fully
Honest.
ready to do that. But so then they run up the steps, right? And we probably did this 3-4 times. I won every time.
3 or 4 times.
Gang, I won every time.
Stairs are long and high.
Listen to me. You guys know me. I don't lose.
Yeah, I know the Aries competitive side.
We notice very strongly.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it was not easy because that little girl was fast. So if you see me running up the steps, you see Brown with like full cruise blades.
Cruise blades.
They're full cruise blades. And like trying to like take like 3 or 4 steps at a time because I'm like, if I go 1 step at a time, this little girl's gonna beat me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to cover as much ground as possible. But that was the end of our
That's
Pearson
some good
family
BTS.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh my
That was good.
goodness.
Okay, that was a great episode.
Excellent episode.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Entering the second half of life.
Entering the second half of life.
Second half of our series.
Second half of our series. All those things happening at the same time. We have a wonderful fan segment that we're going to get into right after this, so stick around for more That Was Us.
Welcome back for our favorite segment of the show. It is our fan segment. And today we received an incredible email all the way from Caitlin in Perth, Australia. And after reading it, we just knew we had to speak to her.
She told us how This Is Us helped her navigate one of the most personal and challenging experiences of her life, becoming a mom to a daughter with congenital glaucoma.
As we finally dive into Jack Damon's story on the show, Caitlin's own story is powerful and moving, and such a testament to how much representation matters. Let's give her a call and have a chat.
Let's do it.
Hi, Caitlin. How are you?
Oh my goodness, I'm good. How are you guys?
We're well.
We're doing wonderful.
Chris Sullivan here.
That's Chris Sullivan. I'm Sterling K. Brown.
And I'm Mandy. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much for hopping on. Thanks for hopping on the phone with us.
Can we ask what time is it there?
5:30 in the morning.
Oh.
Are you serious, sister?
Thank you.
God bless you.
Well, you have a little one, so I imagine you're used to being up early, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've got her on the baby monitor right now, and she's still asleep.
Oh,
so that's good.
it's the best. I hope you've made yourself some coffee and you get a little time for yourself before the day starts.
Listen, so we got a chance to read your email, but we wanted to give you an opportunity to share your story and the point of connection that you have with This Is Us and your own life. So if you wouldn't mind, will you tell our audience how you found yourself inside of the show?
Yeah. So when I was pregnant, my sisters had started watching This Is Us. Mm-hmm. And I didn't really get a chance to start watching it until after my baby was born. She was born with congenital glaucoma. So it's like an eye pressure issue that we had no clue about when I was pregnant. But then, as I was watching the show, as the seasons went on, and Kate had baby Jack and they were in the NICU, like I was in the NICU with my daughter for a couple of weeks. So I just such a strong, it's like Kate was living my life pretty much on TV. And then Remy's had 11 surgeries.
11.
To help fix her eyesight. She's visually impaired. So just, as time went on, Kate and Toby and Jack's story was showing up on the TV. It was literally like a reflection of my life. Wow. Right there.
The storyline was happening as what's your daughter's name again?
Remy.
Well, like as she was going through these surgeries, you were watching the show, or the surgeries happened after the show or slightly before, or what?
Oh, so she's only 14 months. So I'm watching this after the fact. Like last year, I was watching it, but it was like my life was happening, our surgeries were happening, and then I was watching episodes of the show, and it was like, oh my God, that is my life. That is what's happening to me right now.
Yeah. And how's Remy doing now?
She's good. She's a very happy, stubborn little 14-month-old.
We know
very,
it well.
very, very strong-willed. But we don't know how much she can see.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely visually impaired, but like the portrayal of like what baby Jack can see a little bit later on in season 4, that hit me, because I was like, oh my God, like, is that what my daughter can see? I don't know. And it was just how Kate, you know, sings the songs and just navigates life with baby Jack's best interest. And of course, Toby did as well, but like the way that Kate's reaction and what she did with baby Jack, that was me. And then Toby, my partner, was pretty much you.
Yeah.
In the way you were both dealing with everything. And it was quite confronting, but also just like a weight off me that like we weren't experiencing this alone, that this was like a shared experience. Yeah.
And that, you know, being able to see part of your life reflected back to you, I'm so, you know, honored that we could be, the show could be a part of your journey and helping you feel less alone and feel maybe just like have a little bit more understanding of your own story, and for others to understand your story as well. I think that's sort of one of the magic tricks of a show like this. We touch on so many different issues over the course of the 6 seasons, and this is such a, I think, we were just talking to Blake Stadnick actually earlier today, who plays the older version of Jack Damon, and he's visually impaired, and just talked about how, you know, 25% of Americans here in our country have some sort of, you know, quote unquote disability, and just how underrepresented that is in, you know, pop culture and the mainstream media. And I'm really proud to be a part of a show that highlighted this, you know, issue in particular, and being able to show families and parents and loved ones out there that, you know, something that's not often depicted out there in mainstream culture.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And like, I'd never met a visually impaired child before, and like now we go to playgroup, which is like mainly for visually impaired children, and seeing them be able to play and go about life and just be regular kids and happy, that was like changing for me. But everyone I meet, I tell them to watch This Is Us. If they have questions about Remy and like what she can see and how she'll cope, I tell them to watch the show. Any new mums that I meet that are going through similar things with their kids in like the ophthalmology department, I tell them, just because it's such a good representation of what life is like to have a child with a disability and a visual impairment in particular.
This is so interesting, Kelly. This question is going to sound, I don't know how it will sound. Like, are there ever times for you in watching it? Because I've heard this reflected back sometimes from some people that like certain episodes hit very close to home and they need a little bit of distance from them. Like, given this whole storyline for you, has it been just a bomb, or is it sometimes like, oh boy, I need to take
close to the bone.
Yeah, sometimes I need to take a little bit of a break. I'm curious.
Yeah, so I was rewatching the season as like your podcast episodes came out, and I had to stop around end of season 2, beginning of season 3, just because I knew what was going to come up when like Kate and Toby had baby Jack, and it's just too much. And then like I rewatched the beginning of season 4 yesterday, and it was just like instant tears. It definitely hits very close to home.
I hear you.
It's hard to watch sometimes, but then a good cry is good.
Yeah, it feels good.
God bless you.
Yeah.
God bless you.
We just appreciate your vulnerability and sharing with us. I mean, it just is really heartening to know that the show hits so many different people in so many different ways, and across the world, years after the show originally, you know, aired, that it's still finding a way to permeate and, you know, help people understand their lives and how our families all are comprised. And it just, it really, really, really means a lot to us.
Yeah. Thank you, Caitlin.
Thank you,
for
Caitlin.
sharing so much.
To you and Remy.
God bless Remy, your beautiful child, and may she have the most wonderful life. You, her, your partner, all family and friends involved. Like, may she be a blessing to you all as much as you all are a blessing to her. I'm sending you love and light.
Yeah.
No, thank you guys for just portraying what you portrayed. It was amazing and continues to be amazing. So thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you so
much.
much, Caitlin.
Have a wonderful. You go back to bed if you can.
Go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Get some Z's.
Yeah.
Before she wakes up.
And we'll talk to you
I
later.
will.
Okay, thank you.
Take care, Caitlin.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
She sounds like a great mom.
She is a great one. We know that.
It's one of the what you called it the magic tricks of our show, that like life when you're in the middle of it feels unbearable sometimes.
Yeah.
So daunting, so overwhelming.
And the magic trick of this show is it gives you future knowledge or past knowledge that helps you look at the whole picture.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even talking to Blake, it's like, you know, to have an impairment or a disability can seem insurmountable, and it can seem unbearable. But for that being, it's just the nature of what is.
Right.
You know?
Their reality.
They don't know anything else. It's,
Yeah.
You know, it is the gift of our show to be able to zoom out and look at things, how things work out. You know, you see this little premature baby in our show in an incubator, and you see this man on stage, triumphant, singing his song to a sold-out crowd.
Yeah.
It's like both things are true.
Yeah.
You know?
And really, anything is possible.
That's right.
Anything's possible. Another great episode, you guys. I love you all so very much. Thank you for doing this with me and allowing me to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening, for subscribing, for liking, for telling friends, right? We're just on the back half, so we got half a show to go, but we'll take our time.
Half a series to go.
Half a series to go, but we'll take our time with it and make it last as long as possible. Yeah. So that was us, gang.
That was us.
We'll talk to you soon. That Was Us is filmed at Rabbit Grin Studios and produced by Rabbit Grin Productions. Music by Taylor Goldsmith and Griffin Goldsmith.
Da-da-da-dum, da-da-dum. That was us.